Hey everybody, welcome to the call. This is our sixth meeting of the masterclass group, and my name is Brian Anderson. Most of you know that, but not everybody. And I don't think we're going to have Sid or Valerie or anybody. And with the weather in Atlanta, we lost both of our contractors. It's already hard enough to get these guys on a call, but they're both busy, and I haven't been able to get these guys rescheduled. I don't know if you could tell, but I've been under the weather a little bit, and I was traveling, blah, blah, blah. But what I thought we would do is do some Q&A right now. There's a lot of Q&A that have been coming into me via email that it would be a lot better to do live, and kind of let you know where we're going to go from here. We're going to do a call with Russ Hayes. The goal was to have him on this call, but Sid was coordinating that, and I truly don't have an update, so I don't want to give you a any kind of story. I don't know where that's at. But Russ is a former roofing guy. He's done a lot of stuff. He's a super nice guy, very genuine, very real. He won't sugarcoat it by any means. And we're still going to do live a couple contractors. We just need to get these guys to show up. So it may have to be an evening call to get them to come. So I got to regroup with Sid and Valerie on that. But what I thought we would do is do some Q&A. And if somebody wants to come live, we can chat live. It's just me, so it's harder to see the question and answer box, but I will see it. It'll just take a second. Let's see. All right. Yes, so somebody asked, sorry, this is Justin. Justin, sorry to call you somebody, man. Are the calls backlogged? Are they recorded somewhere? I think he's asking. I missed a number of them. So, yes, they are. They're in the members area. I don't have that handy. I would say email it into support, and somebody will send you a link. I hate to give you a BS answer, but the answer is yes. And here's the link to support. I just sent it to everybody. Justin also asked about qzxlld. How reasonable is it for us to use it? So I have qzxlld, and I know that Nick has it. He doesn't use it, but he has it. And our automotive posting team used it heavily. I would say that unless you're on the technical savvy side, you're probably not going to want to use it. It's a lot of moving parts and a lot of work, honestly. Dave, I honestly don't know the URL for the recordings, but let me give you the support, and Vanessa will get them. We'll get it for you. I just sent it to you as well. Let's see. So Deborah said she's in South Carolina, so she's had the same thing we've had, which is ice and snow this past week. Would it be a good time to approach even more roofing guys for leads? Yeah, I would tend to think that right now they're not getting a lot of business. And this is kind of a crappy time of year. For those kind of ads, for that niche in general, in my opinion, roofing and AC. I will tell you that our furnace ads are doing okay down in Florida right now. I'm running some with 2 markets down there, and we're getting calls coming in, and furnace has been pulling. Let me think what else. Nick's not here, Norm, just me. Now, if he shows up, I can pass some of these questions to him, but he is not on the call. Let's see. Yeah, somebody, Bill said, what are your plans to use video? So really my plan is this. Pretty simple videos, the kind that you've all seen and done before, and then just ranking them. Nothing rocket science. Typical video ranking. The filling out of all the areas, lots of keywords in the description, that kind of stuff. Basic on-page YouTube optimization. That is probably the one thing that we're going to roll out in every niche, just to put them out there. I will tell you that right now we're having a lot of luck with debt. So debt, how funny, but debt consolidation, settlement, loan modification, bankruptcy, that kind of stuff. We're getting an obscene amount of calls on those. Jim said, Jim, what market are you in? Jim's doing some ads for about a week now. He hasn't got a call at all for HVAC. So are you doing furnace? Are you doing furnace calls, I guess, Jim? Let me give him a second, you guys. Yeah, he said Nick's posting it. Yeah, and I know it's cold there, man. I've seen the weather in Denver. We're getting calls in Florida for it. So I would look at that. I would probably look at your ads. What's the competition like in that market? There are people for sure calling in Denver for furnace stuff. Hey, Ralph just asked, BK and no-fault divorce attorneys. Sure. So a lot of people that are on these sites are bargain shoppers, right? And they're whether it's an attorney, whether it's there's so many things. So divorce, you know, the single fee, no-fault divorce postings, the Chapter 7, you know, as low as kind of postings. We're actually having a lot of luck with an attorney-based loan modification program where people can still modify their home real estate loans, generating a lot of calls. We have another attorney who does what's called fair credit reporting or fair debt. I can't think of the exact phrase of the law, but basically what happens is people that are getting accosted by bill collectors. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Fair Debt Credit Reporting Act, FDCRA. So people that are getting accosted by, this is a somewhat unique, right? It's outside of the box, but let me tell you, it is lucrative. Most of the people. I hesitate to say most. Many people out there that are using Craigslist are behind on their bills. Fact, right? It's a budget issue. They don't have enough cash flow. They have more bills than they have money, whatever it may be. And so they're getting hounded by collections people. So I've been working with a guy that literally, this guy sues collection companies that are calling and leaving voicemails for people. He's an attorney. And he typically gets per deal, and it's just forms. It's a couple forms he fills out and files. He typically makes $1,500 a case, and usually he gives the recipient $750, and he keeps $750. Now, sometimes he's gotten $5,000 and $6,000. You know, it just depends on how egregious, you know, the violations are. He told me a story about a guy that some collection company sent somebody to his neighbor's houses trying to find out about this person, and they got $7,500 from that for the violation of the FDCRA. So if you look up like credit attorney in your market, I'm telling you, it's almost an untapped market. No one is, almost all the attorneys that do that want to do bankruptcy. This is like this, I don't know, white hat kind of attorneys that truly want to help people and stick it to collection guys. And the laws are pretty clear. Apparently, almost every single collection call that gets left on a voicemail violates the law. It'd be like every bit of SEO violates the law if you had to go by every bit of it, right? The laws are so specific and nobody goes by them. It's an interesting niche if you want to do some Googling around. I'll find the name of the association for all these attorneys and I'll post it. I have it somewhere in my email, and you can actually find tons of them that defend consumers that are being harassed and targeted. It's really, really cool. Let's see. Yeah, Ron asked about the PSD images. I'll have to defer to Valerie on that, Ron. Valerie's kind of, she and Sid had those made. I know that there was a couple groups of ads, and I don't have a status on the PSD versions, but I know we paid somebody, so I can tell you that it's definitely happening if it's not already done. If you put that into support, I'll make sure that Valerie or Vanessa responds to that later today. Let's see. Yeah, so Mike Johnson. Mike, tell us where you're at. He's been posting. Yeah, I hate the negative ones, man, but I don't want to duck it. I think we got to talk about it. So I hate that you're having a. Mike said he's been posting for 3 clients every other day for each one. No one has ever received a call. Mike, where are you located? I mean, man, I get calls off Craigslist all the time. Whether they're good or bad, I get calls. He's in Phoenix. Anybody else in Phoenix having any success or even not success? All right, yeah, no response on that. Mike, what niches are you posting on right now? He said he's doing some great ads, text only with the graphic. Yeah, let us know what niches and stuff you're hitting right, and what kind of subject lines you're using. A lot of times it comes down to the keywords in the ads. I've seen some amazing ads. Annette in the group. I don't know if you guys have seen some of her ads. They're gorgeous. Really, really nice ads. Janitorial, plumbing, and remodeling are the 3. Anybody else doing those niches in another market by chance? Remodeling or plumbing or janitorial? Yeah, Byron just said he talked to an electrical contractor friend of his that are retired, and he said, look, Craigslist generally attracts customers who want a cheap price, which I would agree is true. They can't afford and do not want to pay for high quality work. You know, it's I don't know if that's always true. Maybe in some markets, but we're getting leads in Atlanta and in the Florida market. Craig on the call is getting with plumbing. Craig, what market are you in? He's getting 3 or 4 calls a week right now for plumbing. So back to Mike Johnson. He's in Baltimore. Hey, maybe Mike and Craig, maybe you guys can look at ads together. Yeah, there's actually Byron asked if he's in Minneapolis, is anyone else having success? I've got like a couple dozen people that have sent in success and clients, guys with over 100 posts. I think we got to be selective on the niches right now because of time of year and with the snow and the cold. Rick said he's working plumbing in Detroit, also very, very slow. Yeah, Justin said he's just dying on the vine. It's killing him. Yeah, it's interesting, you guys. I think it's roofing is dead, of course. Earl, see now here, I got Earl saying he's getting 7 calls a day for a mechanic niche, mobile mechanic. Earl, what? If you're comfortable, and you may not be, but what market is that in? And if you're not comfortable saying the market, what size market? So mobile mechanic, Earl's getting 7 calls a day. I really think right now certain niches, and it may be seasonal, certain niches are pulling better than others. I know that in general, contractors suck wind in the winter. I mean, it is what it is. Earl's in Atlanta, he said. Yeah, Mike said we really don't have bad weather in Phoenix. It's actually a good season for roofing. Earl, Jim is asking, what's a fair price for mobile mechanic? Earl, do you want to come on live for a minute and just share that? Rather, I could relay it, but a lot of times it's cool having other people chat. Yeah, let me make Earl live, you guys. Give me 1 sec. There's only 50 or 60 of us, so it's a relatively small group. Hey, Earl, can you hear me? Earl, are you there? Calling Earl. Check your input on your mic. I bet it's muted or something. It says you're here and you're live, but I don't hear you. Let me give Earl a second. I have him unmuted right now. Yeah, I'm dying to hear the price on mobile mechanic as well. I'm guessing $5 to $10, but I'm gonna let Earl tell us. Um, this is interesting. Byron said he found an HVAC contractor who somehow posted 10 ads on Craigslist in a single day in a couple different categories. With all the restrictions, how is this possible without getting flagged or ghosted? Is the content of all the ads different? What about the phone numbers, Byron? Check the content. A lot of times if the content's different and you're in these kind of sections, you end up getting away with, murder relative to similar content. And then Justin said different accounts and content is how it typically happens. Yeah, so Byron said it is somewhat different subjects. Jim, the same thing. He sees a computer repair guy spamming the hell out of the system. 330 ads since December 16th, all with the same ad or same couple ads. So for me, if I did, let's see, Jim, it's been a month since December 16th. Let's say if you had 3 different ads that you posted once a day, that would have only been 90. That means that guy's doing 6-7 posts a day for this guy. Seems a little bit much. Now, do know that some of them could be refreshed, reposted ads, and Justin just pointed that out. I'm getting $12. Excuse me, you guys. I've lost my voice a little bit. Rick, I'm getting $12 on that credit attorney lead. $12 per lead. Yeah, Jim said they are a lot of renews, but the guy's posting like 7 a day. Earl, I don't think I did, man. Hang on. Earl, how about now?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Oh, great. No, thank you. Yeah, I hear you good now.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for having me on.
No, thank you. Will you tell us about the mobile mechanic niche and what made you do it and how you're pricing it, etc.?
Well, actually, this is for a client. It's not my own customer that I'm targeting leads for, and I think it's a member from the LLD group, and Nick. I think Nick must have come on and put a post on saying that the mobile mechanic niche was a good one to go after, and my client is he's from Atlanta. So he came and said he wanted to do this, so we went ahead and did it for him.
Earl, are you in the UK? Where are you located?
I'm in Florida. I'm in Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, Florida. Okay, so you're in Fort Myers. You're posting in Atlanta in the mobile mechanic niche. What do you charge this guy?
He charges his clients $20 a day, and then he pays me a flat fee.
Okay, so he's charging $20 a day for all they can drink leads, whatever comes in.
And he pays me a flat fee per month.
Okay. And this is how many days a week? How many days a week do you post?
7 days a week. Three ads a day, spread out through the day, and then obviously some of those ads get renewed every couple of days.
So he's grossing $600, and then he pays you a fee out of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much. I think he's probably doing. Well, if he's 7 a day, so that's what 200 a month roughly. So yeah, he's probably doing about I don't know, 4,000 a month, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
I say 7 a day. I don't know how many he closes, obviously, but I'm giving him 7 leads.
How long is a typical lead that you see in that space? Have you noticed like a trend, Earl? Are they short calls, longer calls?
It's a mixture. Some are just asking for pricing. Some of them he's actually closing online and getting appointments to go out there, because obviously with mobile mechanics, some people want a mechanic straight away, so that he just gives them a price to what the call out fee is, and then goes out there and does the job.
Nice. Now, your business, do you post for other people around the country or in the South Florida market?
We do. I think we got
Tell us like a typical client that you do. What do you typically charge, Earl?
Well, like I said, I like to charge a flat fee of around about $400 to $500, depending on the market and what we've got to do. We have clients who do weight loss. We have clients who do. I think most of the guys have seen the stuff I've done for the house cleaning service in the group. I've got a few niches out there. And we
Okay.
do it a little bit differently because we don't always just do Craigslist. We also do, we create a little mini website, get that ranking organically. We'll do videos. We'll also post in local classified places. We'll do a Facebook page where we're trying to target potential customers. So we do quite a lot for the money that we charge.
Now, what do you do to rank? Justin was asking, what do you do to rank the site organically, the lead gen site quickly? Anything particular, or just standard on page and some backlinks? What do you guys
Yeah,
do?
exactly that. Just on page back. Make sure your on page has got the right keywords, the local keywords, and then get some good. You haven't really got to get like a lot of backlinks. You just got to get good quality backlinks, and we do it like tiered. So we'll do, WebPoint 2.0 and social bookmarking to the main site, and then just tier out those links to to other rubbish links at that point.
No, I like
Very
it. Okay.
straightforward, very standard, really.
Andrea C. Is that Andrea Chin? Andrea, that is the support site. I don't know the URL for where the masterclass recordings are. Leanne, if you see this and you know where they're all posted, will you post it? I don't know if she's on or not. She set the record for us, but she may not be here. So Justin asked to Earl, do you do a new URL for each, like say tampamobilemechanic.com, or do you do a subdomain like say tampa.mobilemechanics.com, and then you could do that in 20 markets?
No, we do a totally new domain for each one, and we also retain the ownership too. So if the client decides to cancel at any point, we get to keep the website and get the leads that come from it.
Okay, great. Now, do you work directly with any of these niches, or are these all through other people's clients in this case?
Now we have a few of our own, mainly in Fort Myers, which is a very small market, but we don't really go after the huge markets like Atlanta and other places, because one thing that we do for local people is I'll send a videographer to my local clients, get some B-roll video, create lots of videos, and then rank those as well. But if it's in Atlanta, I can't really do that. So I like the local stuff for me in Fort Myers, and then
So is
I
this
go
you,
after.
Earl, right here that I put up? This is yours, right?
Yeah, this is one of the sites that we built and rank for local niche. I don't mind if people want to compete. That's no problem. Competition is always a good thing.
Yeah, this is nice. So you got the call to action with the phone number, and you got some, yep. I like it.
And it's not anything, I mean, it might look not fancy, but the amount of work to do it, to populate it, is very minimal. And it does the job.
I agree. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's see. Let me go back to the Q&A here real quick. So what do you typically charge for a plumber or what do your clients charge if it's not you directly? What are you seeing the plumbers pay in Florida?
I think most of my clients are going somewhere between, they're charging anything between say 15 and 35 bucks depending on the niche, and they're really focusing on niches that do well in Craigslist. And a few of our people want to do like chiropractors and dentists, but that's a lot more work, and you have to really focus a lot more on organic and paid ads for those things.
Yeah, I don't see those guys coming out of the directories too well for sure.
And when they do it, they charge a lot for the lead. I think it's like 50, 60 bucks.
Yeah, so you get 10 leads a month and they make out.
Right.
Somebody asked, what about the theme you use for your plumber site, if you're willing to share that?
We built everything custom design ourselves. I own a web design company, so it's kind of easy for us. I'm in a better position than most people where we can actually do custom designs and then just put them into WordPress.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think it's very clean, very simple, right? It's nice. So now you don't have any kind of address. Now this phone number is one of your tracking numbers?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Something different we do that you guys might not do too is, let's say we have, I don't know, four plumbers in a major city that we might be targeting. We actually do one generic number from Twilio and basically point that number to 3 other Twilio numbers, each of which is specifically to customers that we're targeting for a client, if that makes sense. So if we have 3 plumbers that we're targeting, each of those three will have their own Twilio number, and then the main Twilio number will then actually point out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we do something like that, a little different. We rotate the phone number, so when a lead comes in, it may go to 3 different tracking phone numbers for 3 different companies, in a round robin, or it may ring them all at once and whoever answers first.
Okay.
So we've tried a couple different things. How many spam, are you getting a lot of spam submissions on the quote form? I saw your CAPTCHA.
Actually, most people don't even fill in the form. Most people pick up the phone and call.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Norm, yeah, I scrolled up, Norm. You should be able to see that. So let's see. I went to the services page. You guys, he's got an interior page here for services. Oh, very cool. Let me see, Earl, while we got you, let me see who else. Earl, what do you do to find clients? Sherry's asking.
We send out the, you talking about like direct clients, or you talking about people who want to buy from us?
Let's just say direct clients. Let's say direct clients right now.
It's the same as everybody else. We create the, if we're going after a certain niche, we'll create the ads, and we'll put them into Facebook and different places, Craigslist. Send out a few leads to people who are doing AdWords. Say it's a plumber. There's plumbers from Fort Myers who are doing AdWords. Then we'll send them a few leads, and then get in contact with them once we've seen about 5 or 6 good leads going through.
Now, I put up the one you just shared, the mobile mechanic one. That's a pretty cool ad. I like it. And so this is one of your one in Atlanta that generates, it's generating a decent amount of calls.
Yeah, yeah, and again, it's pretty straightforward. You're just changing the image behind the
Sure.
all the text. There's not a lot of work to do once you've created the first template or two.
Okay, great. Now, do you use, I heard you say Twilio, do you use ACT? Do you use Twilio Direct? What do you do for your tracking?
We use Twilio.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we use ACT, sorry.
ACT, yep. All right.
Yeah.
And let's see. Any thoughts on, Mike Johnson was asking about cleaning service ads. Any thoughts on cleaning?
That works really well for us.
House cleaning. So you're having luck with that.
A lot of luck. I think we have one client. The one I've shared in local lead driver. We started doing their stuff December, and I can tell you right now, if you give me 1 second.
Let me find it, Earl. Did you put it in the master group or the other group?
The regular group.
Yep. Hang on. Let's see if we see it, guys. Let's see how good.
There's a company called Tip Top Cleaning, so most of the people have seen that stuff.
Tip Top. Did you? I'll pull it up if you have it in here. Here's one. There you go, guys.
There you go.
So Mike, this is one he's using for cleaning. So you've got the video. That's cool. You got the phone number, cleaning houses, so local, free quote. What else is in here? Licensed and insured. Yeah, this is great. I like this. Let's see what everybody in the group says.
She's had, I'm just looking right now, and she's had 20 calls this week, and since December, 117 calls. And that's in a small city like Fort Myers.
Wow, 117 over a month in a market like Fort Myers, which is mid-size maybe at best.
Yes.
Yeah, Jim just said, hey, this is how it goes, Jim. Earl's awesome, so big thanks to Jim. So yeah, guys, definitely if you want to reach out to Earl, definitely worth chatting with. He's in the group, and you'll see him. Let me find his face. Here he is right here. I'm going to pull you up, Earl, if that's okay.
And that's me in the small picture, not the big picture.
Which one's the small one?
That's me and my mom. Oh, you got it all going.
Nice, nice. This is good, man. I like it. Got the Muhammad Ali. No, awesome. Okay, let me jump back here and see. A bunch of people asking about the video embed in the ad. Do you want to talk about that for a sec? And Ed and Bill were asking about that.
Sure, I put something in, and I think in that same one there maybe is a link there for Zamzar, I think it's called, Zamzar.
I'm looking right now to see if it's in there. Yeah, I see it. Zam's, oh, turning them into animated GIFs. Yep, yep, I found it.
So you basically take a video, you can take a video from, I don't know, download from YouTube or one that you've got, upload it, ask it to be sent as a format as an animated GIF, they'll send it back to you, and then you can just basically use something like, I don't know, Camtasia.
Yep.
Or something like that, and I'm sorry, not as Camtasia, put it into like Photoshop, overlay your animated GIF, save the whole thing as a GIF, and then upload it. If anybody wants to know, they can just message me directly. I can give them step-by-step stuff. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, you guys, I put the site in the chat area, but I would recommend reach out to Earl, and he's in the group. You can feel free to inbox him or post in a thread or something. And if you see some things that he did that you like and you want to chat with him, he'd be a great guy to chat with. Let's see. Let me go back here. I see a bunch more. So we talked about the video. Now, Justin asked, you're doing these, you're doing the, which one? The cleaning was locally in Fort Myers?
Correct.
Yep, Craig Bowser said you can also use makeagif or gif.com, and I shared that. Here's, let me pull up Mike Johnson's ad that's not working for him in Phoenix. Let's look at his right now. Hang on, Mike. Yep, here's Mike's cleaning service. He lists some cities. Let's see. So the one thing that Earl had you didn't is Earl had the phone number in the subject. I noticed. But yeah, not too different. The graphics a little different, but some of your buzz. Look at some of the buzz. Look at some of the words he used, and maybe just try tweaking yours since we know this one isn't pulling well. Let's just continually change. One thing I would recommend is come up with 2 or 3 diametric different ads and subject lines and keep testing them until you get one that pulls, and then cut the other ones and then duplicate that one. We do that exact approach all the time. It's not rocket science. It's a lot of it is trial and error, but you will find something that pulls. You know, if you get 3 calls a day on one and you can get it up to 5 on another one, that's a monumental change. Doesn't seem like it, right? But it really adds up. Earl, any thoughts on this one? This is Mike.
Yeah, I would definitely add that that the company's got like licensing and insurance. People don't necessarily want to invite people into their homes if they think they're going to be at risk.
Here's the yeah. If you look here, the one thing he had is he has a little more text in the body. He did do the URL to his tracking site, and you're right. He talked about free estimates, fully licensed and insured. So he lays that on pretty good. And the other thing is he's got the number and free in the subject. So yours is very direct. I like yours, honestly, Mike. But if it's not pulling, tweak this thing, and don't let more time go by. If you know it's not working, then just change it. I mean, probably my easiest takeaway on this.
Well, how often is Mike posting his ads? That's the other thing too.
Mike said Mike, you told us that. Let me find it, man. I want to say he said every other day. Let me find it again. It's
just one ad.
I'm gonna find it. Mike said I am posting for 3 clients every other day for each one. Mike, do you post one a day? How many times a day do you post? How many different ads every other day do you post? And while I'm going to let Mike reply to that, Jim just asked, any recommended place to buy ads? I will tell you that some of the coolest ads I've seen have come out of our group from Annette Washington. I would reach out to her. Hell with Fiverr. I'd rather support each other, and her stuff is amazing. Now, the only thing is I'd make sure you get the necessary text in for search. Her graphics are just awesome. So reach out to Annette for sure. Sorry, Annette. I hope that's okay to say that. Oh, she said thanks, so I guess I'm okay. Yeah, Jim, I don't do Photoshop either, man. I do pay money is what I do, and it works. I just find people that are better than me, and that's not hard to do. Yeah, hang on. I found your, I just saw your post on the landing page. Let's see. I'll pull that up. Here's the landing page for his cleaning service. Yeah, very reputable looking. You know, we've got the video, the embedded. I like it. I like it.
The benefit of that is if people visit it, they can bookmark it if they're not ready to jump straight away.
Is this? Here's your video.
Residential and commercial cleaning service? If so, your search is over. We are a professional cleaning service with an unparalleled level.
It's nice. Guys, I like this a lot. I'm curious. Let me go back and I'll see what the group's saying. Jim, ask Annette. I have no idea if she'll give you the PSP file. Annette, will you reach out to Jim McFadden or Jim and Annette, vice versa? Let's see. The nice thing, so Earl likes having the landing page because it allows a client to bookmark it. Is that right, Earl?
Yeah, exactly. They do go and look at it because if it's in Craigslist and they don't jump straight away, they've probably lost it the next time they need it. So going to the page, they can actually bookmark it if they choose, or you can see the form there is like a schedule a call, like a callback, so all that kind of stuff.
Earl, if you're willing to put together some kind of packages on sites, you know, make a profit, but you know, give the guys a discount. We don't need any commission or anything. I'll mail them out to everybody. We've got about 3,500 people if you want, because there's a lot of good feedback on this, and I'd love to share it. So,
I have to send you some information. So.
Yeah, think about it. If you send us, create a page, give me a few bullets, and I'll mail it out to everybody. We'll post it in our group, and I think there'd be a lot of goodwill. The landing pages are really nice, man. You do nice work. It's very clean, not a lot of BS. It's the kind of stuff that appeals. You know, it's simple without all the guts that take forever. So I like it. So let me see. Yeah, a lot of good feedback here. Yeah, Jim said, "Do not share, Earl." I've already spoken to him. I love it. So yeah, Jim's a good guy. Let's see. Same thing. Yeah, Michelle Michelle's in California. She's the one who asked that. And Annette, you know what? I'll put my money up too. I don't know what Valerie's having made. Valerie, we did an OTO where people bought some of our 100 and something sample ads, but I didn't have the PSDs. Nick basically made all those. So Annette, shoot me your prices. Maybe I'll hire you if you let me give them out to the group. You know, give me a price and you can build some and we'll throw them out to the group and we'll pay you, and then we'll just sort of donate them open source just to the people in the master group here. So I think it's a great idea because your stuff's awesome. And you guys who want to go direct to Annette, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's not. Let me find one while we're chatting here with Earl. It's night or day from some of the stuff that I do. Annette, how do I find one of yours right now? Let's see. Let's see if I spelled your name right. It's usually a start. Nope. All right. Annette, you'll have to post some if you don't mind. Make them so they're at the top of the page. You know how search on Facebook is bad is an understatement. So let's see. Yeah, so Byron, I'll throw that out to the people on this call. Is anyone grossing more than $4,000 a month using straight just the LOD method without doing videos and landing pages, etc.? So we're grossing over 10,000 right now, and that's outside of automotive. And when I say we, it's really a Sid Brian combo. It's not with Valerie. I will tell you that every now and then you're going to get one that's like a gold mine in terms of revenue. So Annette said not yet. Let's see. What are house cleaners paying per lead? Earl or maybe Mike Johnson? What price will they pay you guys?
I charge this client here. She's paying us $399 a month for all the leads. So like I said, she's got like 100 and something leads already. But I know for her, when she goes out, a typical service charge for a one-time clean is around about $75. I know that also she's had people who wanted a clean the next day, and she's doubled her fees as well. So she's definitely making quite a bit of money out of this.
No, for sure.
I think if you charge, I don't know, 15 to 20 bucks, that's a pretty good fee that most cleaning companies will be able to afford.
Mike, what about you? Let me see what Mike said. Mike was charging 30 a lead. So yeah, Justin said you're undercharging. Yeah, you can be all over the board, you guys, on pricing. Let's see. Let me find. I gotta find. I'm looking for something from Annette that I saw that just was awesome. Yeah, here's one. This is one of Annette's on, looks like taxes. I imagine that taxes are going to get hot, you guys, right now with the time of day. If you, oh, I had the pause on. If you could see it now, it's in green and white. Earl, for your cleaning site, are you doing Craigslist, Backpage? Are you doing anything in addition to the landing page? What else are you doing?
For the cleaning site, we do Craigslist. We've done Backpage, which didn't work too great. We've kind of paid the $6 for it to automatically be posted every day. The vast majority of her links or coming back to her website is coming from Craigslist without a doubt. But she's ranking, you know, if you type in house cleaning Fort Myers, she's ranking up there on Google. We also do the video optimization, so the videos show up there. And but I would say most people can get away with Craigslist for probably like 90% of their leads, I would say, at least.
Yeah, Craigslist is monster. We found in automotive it was generating, I want to say 90%. It was hang on, I'm looking for another one I remember seeing that was really cool. I'll have to find it later. All right, let me jump back. So guys, we have is there a link in the Craigslist ad, Earl, to the landing page? Have you had any negative effect of having the link in the ad itself? Have you had any challenges with that, ghosting, etc.?
Nope, not at all. Everything goes well. I think I put a post in there saying when I do the animated GIFs, I seem to get a lot of people clicking that video and landing back on the landing page. Most of the time, people just pick up the phone and call, though. I use Craigslist ad tracker, so I can see when people are just viewing and when people are actually clicking through to go back to the landing page.
Nope, very cool. Mike Johnson said he had an accounting business and he never paid for leads. Most of his business was repeat and or family referrals. Yeah, Jim, we're going to actually do a call on that, so I'm going to like skip that right now, just so that I don't like ruin that other call. Jim's asking about banner and real-time bidding and stuff, so we're doing that right now, and we're gonna do a call right now. So yeah, Tim asked. It's not Nick. I gotta hold off on answering that one, Tim, until I talk to Sid before I do that. Yeah, the fun thing is the tracking pixel thing works like a charm, you guys. Once you do it, you can follow these guys around like crazy, you know, for next to nothing. So, okay. Well, let's, you guys, out of respect for Earl, anybody else with questions for Earl that I could ask him right now? Let's see. Yeah, we'll email the RTB call out, you guys. So it's not set up. It's just something we did a poll in the group and there was good feedback on it. So, yeah, Annette said, great job, Earl. I want to be like you. Earl, will you give us contact info and maybe I can post it in the chat section right now? Or can you post it in the, do you see the chat window where you can do send to all?
I'll put it in. I'm not sure if it's going to go to all, but I'll put it here now.
Yep, try it, and then I can try to share it out if it doesn't. Okay, I see it. You guys, I'm going to give you his email for Earl in the chat window, and it's gonna. Let's see. Okay. All right,
Funny,
everybody should have it.
Messaged Annette saying congratulations on her ads. Her ads are excellent, really, really good.
No, I agree. I mean, they're gorgeous, honestly. Yeah, you guys direct all your questions to Earl directly. Don't put me in the middle. I got like 8 people asking questions for you. Send him an email. You guys have his email. And Earl, I want to tell you thank you. I'm going to mute you, and I really appreciate you coming on. It's always nice to have somebody else on the call, so thanks a lot.
Hey, Brian, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy, I'm just wrapping this up, man. You want to jump in for a minute?
Yeah, no, I apologize, man. I'm helping a friend move, and I didn't see the call was actually scheduled. But anyways,
that's okay. No, hey, you know what I say? Better you than me moving furniture, my friend.
Dude, everybody calls the big guy when they got to move. You know what I mean?
That's right. Don't you have a truck also, or no?
No, I had a truck. I had to get rid of it because then I was always moving.
Nice. Well, I have Earl Gardner on the phone with us from Fort Myers, and he's been very helpful sharing some cool stuff. There's some guys on the call that are having like frustrations. They have some clients and they're posting, they're not getting calls. And then Earl was he's doing one of the postings in Atlanta for like the mobile mechanic, and he's getting 7 calls a day. And he shared and he was very helpful.
Nick must have hooked him up then, because I know Nick knew that was a good niche.
Yeah, that's apparently a great niche. So what else, you guys? So
maybe an organizer, I can see some of these questions and help out.
Yeah, go ahead, Earl. Let me make Sid an organizer, and then if you jump in right now, that'd be great.
The only advice I would give right now is for people who are like a little bit disheartened now is just stay consistent. Just keep doing it, because even though people might not be calling you right now, if they're seeing your ads on a regular basis, they're going to know you're going to be around, and eventually they'll call you.
No, that's very good advice. So Gigi just asked about SMS. So yeah, I put that poll in the group. I think I did, right? One of the groups. Let me see. I am working. Yeah. We have a lot of, looks like 50 odd people are interested in it. So 10 are not interested. No, they didn't say they're not interested. So it looks like we have about 7 using SMS, and then a lot that aren't, but they're interested. So we're going to set up a call, and we'll show some examples of that. So you guys may not know, but I have an SMS platform that I co-own, and I use this tool a lot in a few different niches, and it's one more way to kind of own and control the list. Just like Earl talked about owning and controlling the sites as intellectual property, I do the same thing with the list, and we'll talk about that on the call. So I'm going to have one of my colleagues from the mobile company on the call, and we're going to do a nice presentation on this, and I think you guys will like it. It's very, very cool, super simple too. It took me a while, but I finally realized that the easier it is, often the better it worked. And you know when you make things these uber complicated, super sneaky tricks, it's never duplicatable. Most people just can't do it, you guys. And not just people like you, I mean technical guys even. It just never really resonates. Let me see, I'm going to pull this up. Rafael said he did this ad a few years ago, and he never got paid for it. It has an image in it. Let's see. Hang on one sec. Oh, wow. Let me see this. This is from up in New Jersey. Click on ad for #1 HVAC repair. Notice how this is rotating this image. Pretty cool. So how did it work? Did you use it at all? Let's see if Rafael used it. Let me give him a minute.
So that ad looks awesome. But I'll tell you what I've discovered with Craigslist, and ads do work. Don't get me wrong. Do some kind of split testing, maybe run a couple different ads, but simpler, better. It just works. Like, people want to think that they're getting that shade tree less than normal price hookup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly it, you guys. They want a deal because I don't remember who it was, Tim or somebody pointed out aptly that most of the people are either credit challenged, cash challenged, or just cheap. And you have to appeal to that emotion. You got to evoke that emotion in your ad, and then half of it is.
By the way, is the American public.
Yeah, don't think that because they're on Craigslist. I mean, I don't know what the stat was. It's is it 50 million a day? It's some obscene amount of people, guys. So I agree that the people on there are looking for a deal, but you know what? I have a decent amount of money, and I only want deals. I could go buy a new Mac, but instead I went on my list and found a guy that worked at the Mac store, and I'm getting 15% off now. I mean, I guess I'm cheap. I don't know. I don't want to pay full price, right? Nobody does. You don't want to feel like you're the sucker paying full price. Let's see. What about tree removal, guys? Ralph's asking about that. I don't have any experience. Sid, what about you? Tree removal?
I think you can get some leads on tree removal, but I mean, tree removal in general is not, there's not an abundance of people. You can get tree removal, but you're not going to see massive, push. Like, think about it. Mobile mechanic, people got to have their cars every day. Plumbing. I mean, Brian, you've experienced it. When your pipe busts, what do? You freak out.
It happened again. I didn't even tell you, Sid. Yesterday, you guys, with the snow and ice in Atlanta, my sprinkler system in the front yard has a exposed PVC pipe that runs up on my deck. I wake up, I get a shower yesterday. I think I told you, I had no water pressure in the shower. I'm downstairs, I'm getting a coffee, and my wife's like, holy cow, look in the front yard, and there's water like a geyser shooting out of my yard. I called 3 people, the whole city's iced over, and I paid what I had to pay to get somebody to come out and fix it. So, Rafael, I can't get that one to pull up. It's not. Check the link on that one for me. I think you gave me the managed link. So check that one if you could. So Annette has a good question. What else can you do to stand out if not by a nicer looking ad? So the nicer looking ad is cool, but sometimes you have to realize that you want to look like you fit the guy that doesn't have a lot of money.
I'm going to tell you exactly what. I mean, you got to think about it. If you don't have a good title, people are going to skim right over you. You got to have a searchable, findable title. And at the bottom of the ads, you should put in keywords because people sometimes search like they search title and body. At the bottom, you should put like hashtag and then put in your keywords. HVAC, air condition, AC, every way they possibly could say what they're asking, what you're selling, every possible wording that it could be, then, that's what it's got to be.
So, Sid, do you know where the ads that Valerie paid to have done, the PSD ads are, where that stands? Somebody asked earlier on the call.
I don't. She's got 10 of them going on. I tried to afford her the one graphics designer. She said she had it handled, so we just got to.
Well, I just told Annette that I would throw some money in. She's going to give me a quote on building a few ads for the group PSDs that I can share.
Yeah.
And I'll buy them from Annette. And I'm also sharing Annette's information out because she obviously creates some unbelievable.
I've got a killer graphics designer he is in Pakistan, but he speaks good English and he's really cool. He's super cheap. I mean, I'll share it in the group if anybody thinks they would use him.
Yep, share it. But I would just, you guys, at the end of the day, I always like to keep it in the community. And if it comes down to Annette and a guy in Pakistan, I vote Annette.
So, no, I totally agree.
No, I know what you're saying though. But share. Like we have Earl on the call. Earl does some pretty amazing stuff with his landing pages. He's down in Fort Myers. He's got a little web company. He's posting for himself and some other people. It's pretty good. The things he has are pretty neat. So we shared that out. This is one of his landing pages for house cleaning. What is this, Earl? Is this the actual site page? Yeah, this is your website, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see if we got the... Rafael was giving me a new one. Okay, thanks, Rafael. Hang on. Let me pull that up. Hang on, you guys. Let me pull this up. Rafael wanted us to share this. This is another cool one he built. This is heating and cooling. Don't let the cold spoil your winter. Click here for heat. That's pretty cool. Now, Rafael, how is this one working out? How is this one pulled? Or is this one you built for somebody else? You built the ad? All right, I'll give him a second to answer. Yeah, Rick Curry just kind of said what I think. Ads that are too creative may sometimes be viewed as an expensive place to go. That is unfortunately true. I think you just gotta deal with that. So, okay, all right. Any other questions, you guys? We're gonna set up. We're still gonna have Russ Hayes as a guest. We just got to get him lined up on the call. It's just been chaos in Atlanta the last few days, and we're gonna have ideally a couple calls with some of the contractors talking about pricing and buying leads and weighing these out versus like home advisors. So we got a few other calls we're going to do just because, and it's just you got to kind of bear with us. Unfortunately, they don't really work for us, and it's really at their mercy. So we will get them eventually. Just know that. Okay, Sid, anything else you want to add?
No, man. I just remember, like, run some split tests, right? It costs you $1 to get an additional ACT number. Run some split tests. I think you're going to find, one, simple is better sometimes. You don't have to do a super graphic ad and look professional because you're on Craigslist, okay? Two, make sure you tag every way possible. Like, don't let the cold spoil your winter. That's great, but it has HVAC in it. Unless somebody searches HVAC, they're not finding that. What if somebody's searching air condition? What if somebody's searching heater? You know what I mean? It could be the simplest of words. You need to list that at the bottom so that way they're searchable in the search terms.
Hey, Sid, Tim Parker was asking, I just saw it again. Thanks, Tim. He wants the info of somebody that will post car ads in Craigslist, even though there's the $5 fee. Can you...
Paul Thornton.
Duh. I'm so brain freeze. Paul Thornton, you'll see him in the group, Tim.
Yep.
Just hit him up. Let's see.
We're working on some ways to make that a little bit better. I don't want to share until I absolutely lock it down, but you know what I'm talking about, Brian. We got that software that we're trying to work out with. But
yeah, at any given time, we've always got a lot of little things going on, but definitely reach out to Paul. Yeah, Ron, I just got to regroup with that. It hasn't been a priority, but I know you've asked a couple times and one or two others. So, Sid, let's get with Nick and get some sample call reports. Not really automotive, just some normal reports like this. Okay. And we'll post them in the group, guys.
Yep.
So, and if anybody else wants to share, and you can, if you want to upload a report that you're having success with and white out your personal information, totally cool. Put it in a file section, and then we'll use that to help other people.
Yep.
And we'll do the same thing.
Yep.
Hey, Paul just said software is almost ready and it's badass. So thanks, Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, I love it. Rafael, good share, man. Let me share this out real fast. He said, forget Photoshop, look at Logo Creator, and try out Logo Creator. And he just gave me a link. Hang on one sec. And he's coming up with all kind of cool stuff. So let's see what you got, Rafael. I'm just waiting on it to pull up. That one's not coming up for me, man. Let's see. All right, Sid, if you see anything else, well, oh, here it is. It's this. This is the heating and cooling one. It looks like. So he did this with the Logo Creator product. So basically, it's almost like a screenshot of the website. You just kind of create a little.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Top.
Cool idea. That's super cool.
Yeah, you guys.
Idea,
Rick said it best. If folks let us know what they do, I would much rather outsource to people in the group. And I kind of feel the same way. Sid and I, in general, try to buy from people we know. Why? It just makes sense. And you know what? Typically, it comes back with a referral on the other side. So, you know, it just makes sense. So, Earl, it's been awesome having Earl on the call. You guys have met Nick. He does great work. Annette with some of the ads, awesome. Sid will share a graphics guy that he uses. If you guys want to just post, if it's a file, post it in the file section, and just blot out anything that's personal. You don't want to do anything that would cause you harm, but if it's even remotely possible, sharing is usually a good thing. Let's see. Oh, here it is, logocreator.com. No wonder. Thanks, Rafael. So here's the tool he's talking about. It's $37. Thelogocreator.com. So this is what he's using. Look at this, Caraway. Look at all these people. Darren, Cheryl Lynn. That's funny. Anyway, cool. Yeah, cool tool, you guys. Yeah, we'll have to do a whole call on car leads, Ralph. It's not really easy to answer quickly. We were charging Sid and I a flat rate of $600 a week, and then when they went to the $5 per post, the model doesn't work anymore. So we've changed that around. I would direct you to Paul Thornton and talk with Paul. Let me give it to you here. Talk with Paul directly. Let's see. Yeah, and I think, Earl, the takeaway, like he just said, is keep the faith and keep posting, because it's working for tons of people, and I think there is some seasonality, guys.
It's not uncommon to go a week without a lead, so don't let a week bury you.
Here's Earl's cleaning post. He just shared a 30-day one, and it looks like 117. So not too different than Mike's cleaning ad in a smaller market than where Mike is. So check it out, Mike. Be sure to look at his cleaning ad, and maybe you can tweak yours a little bit, man. You guys, good call. We're at the hour. We will have a couple more calls just because, so we're going to eventually get these contractors on the phone.
Plus, we're going to have Russ on. That we released that hot sheet in the group yesterday. We're going to have him on for a call, too.
Yeah, Russ is a wealth of information about roofing. So he'll be good. He did it. Storm damage kind of leads. He's done a lot of that. So we'll set that call up. I expect we'll have a call around SMS and one around using the real-time bidding to drive retargeting on these ads. So we'll do a bunch of calls. And you know what? Don't feel like you have to come. We'll record them. If you come, it's always a good time, and hopefully you get some value out of it. So, all right. And I'll share some other ads, Mike, and others. I just don't have them handy right here, but I'll be more than glad to do that. All right, I'm losing my voice, you guys. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, and we will talk soon. Everybody, awesome. Take care and have a nice holiday.
See you guys.